Marketing is evolving at a rapid pace, and in 2024, staying ahead of the trends is more crucial than ever. In this video, I'll break down the top marketing trends that are set to dominate this year and how you can leverage to grow your business. We'll draw insights from the biggest players like Nike, Amazon, Coca-Cola, and I'll even sprinkle some of the real-world examples from our experience here at 3D Media to show how these strategies can be effectively implemented. Let's dive in. Personalization has become a cornerstone of effective marketing campaign. Studies show that 80% of consumers are more likely to purchase from a brand that offers personalized experience or content. Think of how Amazon or Netflix suggests to you things based on your browsing history. For example, if you've been searching for fishing rods on Amazon, guess what? They will recommend a fish bait as the next added value purchase. Or if you're browsing a documentary on Netflix, the next video is going to be recommended also another documentary. Basically, they just analyze what are your preferences and what are you more likely to consume. And then they recommend those things based on your interests. Sounds simple, right? But that simple strategy can dramatically impact on how successful your business is. Here's another example. Here at 3D Media, we have a lot of construction companies working with us. And in fact, one of our niches is within real estate. So we know this market quite well. And one of the products that we're trying to help promote are pergolas. And who are we going to promote those products to? We're not going to promote them to people remodeling the kitchens. We're going to promote them to people that are doing landscaping. So if one of our customers is doing landscaping to a new house, the next best product to promote will be a new pergola because that will fit right into their purchase decision. So you want to make sure for best results possible out of your advertising or marketing campaign that you tailor that service for anybody that's looking for those goods and services. Another example how you can personalize your consumer experience is by creating a sales funnel. So let's say you're advertising a service on Google or Yelp or whatever platform that you're choosing for your ads, and your keyword is remodeling a kitchen. So once they click on the ad, it doesn't just go to your website that lists all the different things you do. It goes on a dedicated landing page. It's a funnel that takes that user from step by step on convincing them why they should not only choose this service, but why they should also choose you as the contractor. Another critical tool today is artificial intelligence. It's transforming the marketing landscape faster than anything else I've ever seen. And you definitely don't want to be left behind. Take Spotify, for example. Their ad-driven recommendation engine curates personalized playlists for users, enhancing the listening experience and driving user retention. It almost predicts what music you're going to like more than you will. And similarly, here at 3D Media, we utilize AI every which way possible. So when we're creating marketing campaigns, we'll always try to analyze who's going to be looking at the ads or content that we provide or produce. And then we plug that into the AI, and it helps us understand the consumer behavior better, and it helps us target the right message for that consumer. One of the clever ways that we use AI is by taking messages from our customers when they're interacting with their clients and dumping all of that into AI. AI does a tremendous job of processing all that raw data and giving us user behavior that's unique to our client's business. This way we can target the consumer more readily and optimize the messaging and services and even pricing to better sell the service. Here's a great example of that. One of our customers does construction jobs, and they don't really know what is the best service that they sell to their customer because it's pretty broad. Being a general contractor, you do all sorts of jobs. So we exported months worth of messages between them and their customers into AI and prompted it to analyze that data to see which are the best-selling services for that business. And it helped us understand that that particular contractor seems to be signing more bathroom remodeling jobs. And now we can spend more money on bathroom remodeling because that usually gets them through the door, easiest service to convert. They can make more sales, reduce their customer acquisition costs, and improve overall marketing campaign. In fact, AI has so many uses. I will have a whole video dedicated on how you can use AI in 2025 to optimize your business. In fact, you can probably save hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars on staffing when AI can do the job of so many people and much better. Or you can utilize AI by giving it to your key employees, empowering them with the knowledge of the entire internet and all the services, how they can be done on the best possible level. In fact, I'll make an argument that having an employee that is honest is much more important than having an employee that's highly educated now, because an honest employee with the power of AI can do so much more. They'll be diligent in their work, and their intelligence is going to be supplemented by artificial intelligence. Whereas somebody that's highly credentialed will not only charge you more money to do the service, but if they're dishonest, they will waste a lot of time. And even with the best tools available to them, such as AI, they'll simply burn your money and waste the time. Now let's talk about video content. After all, most of social media is driven by videos. Video commercials for ages have dominated the advertising landscape. Having a good video is the most essential tool you can have in your business. Video continues to be the most engaging form of content, with platforms like YouTube, TikTok, Instagram Reels dominating attention. According to HubSpot, 54% of consumers want to see more video content from brands they support. Let that sink in for a moment. 54%. More than half of consumers want to see more video content from the brands they support. Does your business offer good video content? I bet it doesn't. In fact, most of the businesses fail unless they're a big giant company that pumps in tons of money on video content. Most local businesses simply don't get their hands on video production. And this is where hiring a company like our own can really tremendously help your business. Our whole business at 3D Media is optimized around content creation. Sure, you can do it yourself and probably save some money, but do you have the time or the expertise to do so? Here we have all the equipment. We know exactly for each industry what content to produce, and we can do it quickly and efficiently, most likely saving you not only time but also money. Either way, it doesn't matter whether you do it yourself or you hire a video content creator, you definitely want to utilize videos. In fact, companies like Apple excel in using high quality videos. Visually stunning videos showcase their products, creating a sense of desire and exclusivity. At 3D Media, we've embraced this trend by producing dynamic video campaigns that bring products and services to life. In fact, recently we've been hired to help promote a $140 million listing in Beverly Hills, California. And in fact, we did a tremendous job. We created a video that went viral, over 2 million views. How did we get there? We personalized the video to the potential audience that might be interested in the content. We created a whole story where a model goes throughout the house as if she goes through the day, experiencing the house as a homeowner would experience if they bought it. And the results were tremendous. It had unbelievable engagement, and it helped create awareness for this house like nothing else would. And the key is, it's not just creating videos, you should create stories. Everybody likes a good story. You want to create an engaging story that either sells a product or service. Instead of just showing things, tell a story. Now this brings me to the next point, using influencer marketing. In fact, the model that we used for our video of that $140 million house was an influencer. She wasn't just a regular model, she had 6 million subscribers, and that definitely helped create awareness for the video. In fact, you can probably see the video right here in the link description below. In fact, I suggest that you take a minute after this video and watch the video that I'm talking about so you can understand better what kind of content we're talking about. But influencer marketing in general has matured beyond belief, with brands like Adidas, Samsung partnering with influencers to reach broader audiences authentically. In fact, influencer marketing has existed for decades, with movie stars promoting a certain brand or product. The only difference now is these are not actors, these are social media celebrities, and oftentimes they will charge a lot less money than a celebrity would, and they might even be much more suited to promote a product. For example, a celebrity such as a movie actor might not understand anything about power tools, and if they promote a power tool, it will not tell the consumer why they should choose that power tool at all. However, if you find an influencer that's an expert in this space, for example, somebody very popular on YouTube that does home construction and remodeling constantly, they have a huge following, millions of people, and now that person will say, for all of my projects I use this power tool, and now that will be a very powerful message. Not only do they promote this to all of their audience of millions of followers, but they're also an expert, and that video might be picked up and actually shared on other social media platforms and other forums saying this expert recommended this product. Samsung partnered with influencers for many years now, reaching broad audience authentically. It's not just about finding influence with large following, it's about finding those who align with your brand values and have genuine engagement with their followers. In fact, I will argue you want to make sure that that the influencer is not doing it just for the money. They genuinely like your product because they will actually recommend it. And in fact, we're not stupid. When we watch videos and we see people promoting stuff, we can see right through it. But when somebody genuinely uses a tool that they love and you want to experience it yourself. A company that is extremely successful using influencer marketing is Shopify. Think of how many influencers out there selling their merch. And guess what they use for selling the merch? They use Shopify, and it's a natural thing for them to promote Shopify as a service because they actually use this service and they love it. And it's easy for them to promote it while they make extra money. It's genuine and it's authentic. Another great example that I've seen of using influencer marketing is a company called Masterworks. They tend to do a great job finding financial influencers that talk about investing money and having them promote their service. What Masterworks does basically is allows anybody to invest in artwork. So it's another way to diversify your money in an investment. So which influencers do they find for promoting the service? They find financial advisors and anybody's talking about wealth management, etc. Sometimes I've even seen them use like gamblers because people like to gamble a little when they're investing in assets. So these are very clever ways on which influencers you can use and how you can leverage influencer marketing in general. Oftentimes you can save tremendous amount of money with an influencer that's very affordable and is also an expert in your niche. So at the end of the day, it's all about quality over quantity, and that's where the real impact lies. Now let's talk about a less obvious topic: social responsibility. Today's consumers care about the values a brand stands for a lot more than they used to. Companies like Patagonia or Ben & Jerry's are known for their commitment to sustainability and social causes, which strengthen their brand loyalty and attracts like-minded customers. Having a mission beyond just selling a product is extremely important. In fact, I've seen a lot of pitches on Shark Tank where the sharks get really excited beyond just the profit margins of a product, is where a company has a very clear and good positive cause that they're trying to promote. And in fact, I believe that social causes are going to become even more and more relevant as AI is going to take over the world. Because one thing that really separates us from AI is having a soul. AI is a cold intelligence, is just algorithms, is just weighing options, which one's better and which one's worse. We as humans can sometimes override those logical ideas, and we can do things altruistically. For example, going even against our own profits in order to help somebody else. And I think that's really the value that the humanity should focus on more. For example, here at 3D Media, we have a very strong slogan and a mission statement: love your neighbor as you love yourself. And we apply this for every one of our customers that comes to us. We never prioritize profits. We always prioritize the needs of our customers. And they know this. They've seen this in the way we do things, and also it's reflected in all of our reviews. Everybody that comes to deal with us, they know that we have truly their best interest in mind. We also put a lot of money that we make into social causes and charities. Every year we donate thousands and thousands of dollars into charitable causes. And honestly, it makes me feel good about doing the work that I do. It's not just to get more clients. It's not just to be bigger brand. It's just doing the right thing. And I highly recommend you do the same. Whatever product or service you sell, have a positive mission. For example, let's say you're selling surfboards. Maybe have some kind of a mission built into your company where you donate a portion of your proceeds to help clean up the oceans. It's relevant to your product. Not only are you creating awareness that oceans are polluted, but you're creating a better environment for people to use your products in the same ocean that the product is intended to be used in. Ultimately, having an altruistic mission built into your brand or company will create brand loyalty and attract like-minded customers, and will almost create a community around your product or service. And that is something that nobody can take away, that is going to be unique to you and no competitor can really tap into. When people are loyal for your good causes, that is unbelievably powerful. So strongly that we've received many awards for our work. In fact, we've received an award from Yelp for being best in core values, because I truly believe values are everything. I'd rather be a good person and making less money than being a piece of crap and making a ton of money. I think it's obvious for everybody. Now let's talk about another marketing trend that is very interesting and developing rapidly: augmented reality and 3D virtual space. In fact, here at 3D Media, I can say we're very much experts in this exact field. We know very much how important it is to leverage 3D technology in almost every business out there. I'll give you so many examples right now where you can utilize 3D technology to assist your business. Let's say you're selling a product, or you're just starting to sell a product, and you have no photography yet because you're just ordering a new product. For example, one of our customers are selling new fences that they're shipping from China. They don't even have them in stock yet. So what can we do for them? We can create an attractive 3D model of that fence in a beautiful environment and basically stage it in a way where a customer can visualize what that fence is going to look like in a potential backyard, all without having a backyard to begin with. Here's another example. One of our customers came to us saying that they're building a $20 million mansion, but they want to put it on the market right now before it's even built. So they gave us architectural plans. We created this beautiful 3D model of a building that doesn't even exist yet, and you can tour it room by room and experience it as if you're there. In fact, if you have virtual reality goggles, you can put it on your face and actually walk through the whole building and experience as if you're there. Another critical thing is creating virtual tours of retail spaces. And here's why that's important. A lot of search engines like Google now allow you to upload a 3D tour straight into Google. And they started promoting this right after COVID a lot more than they used to. Why? Because they try to prevent people from getting sick by visiting physical spaces in person. So they really prioritize businesses that have virtual tours. This is almost like a hack into search engine optimization. Just by creating a virtual tour and uploading it to Google, you improve your rankings on Google significantly. Same thing applies to Zillow and Redfin. A lot of homes that are for sale are going to be prioritized that have virtual tours. And in fact, this doesn't just stop with real estate. Augmented virtual reality is going to be a thing of the future. I don't know if you've seen yet, but Facebook just came out with Ray-Ban glasses that basically allow you to see the world from a different angle. It augments the digital reality into your physical reality. It's called augmented reality. So meaning you're going to look around a room and you will see certain digital things overlaid the physical space. Now think about this from a marketing point of view. Let's say you're looking at an area that could be potentially improved. You're shopping for new furniture in your room. Just by wearing the glasses, you're looking at the empty space and you're cycling through a catalog of potential 3D designs of furniture that can fit in that space. And then once you find the right thing, at a click of a button, you can order it and it will come to your house. The augmented reality is going to revolutionize the way we interact with the world, and it will influence our shopping decisions. Hence, you want to make sure that you stay ahead of the curve. No matter what service or product you offer, look for a way where you can utilize 3D tools such as virtual reality, virtual tours, or 3D models that will elevate you above all of your competitors. Let's end off this video with the last point: analyzing big data. Data is the backbone of successful marketing campaign. Google, for instance, uses big data to provide targeted advertising, ensuring that ads are shown. In fact, a lot of the tools that are available for us for free, they're not really free. They're all mining for that data. They want to collect as much information about you as humanly possible. This way, they can utilize that data to provide better targeted experience, just like we talked about in the beginning of this video. It's why you often see ads for products you've been considering right when you need them. It's almost as if these algorithms predict your next move. In fact, ChatGPT, that was designed to predict what you're going to say next. Think about how you're searching in Google and you're typing out a sentence and it's predicting the next word. And this is how most of AI is going to work. It's basically trying to predict your behavior based on lots of data about you. And this is what you want to utilize as a business owner. Try to leverage that data that these big companies have on potential customers to target exactly the right person. In fact, we all have these stories where we start talking about a certain product and bingo, next thing you see is an ad for that exact product. It almost feels like our privacy is being invaded, but guess what? This is just an inevitable future where unfortunately privacy is going to be a thing of the past, and hopefully the use of this technology is not malevolent, but it's something that will aid us to make better decisions in life. At 3D Media, we just simply try to use analytics to understand what content works best for our customers. This data-driven approach has allowed us to refine our strategies and deliver measurable results, proving that analytics is more than just numbers. is the key to effective marketing. I know it's been a long video, and thank you for watching, so let's wrap things up. To conclude, these trends are shaping the marketing landscape in 2024, 2025, and beyond. Brands that adopt will be the ones that thrive. We've seen the impact of these strategies firsthand at 3D Media, and we're excited to help our clients navigate through this dynamic environment. Subscribe to see more content like this, and if you need help, you're also welcome to hire us. We'll definitely help you for any of your needs. And to stay ahead of your competition, watch the next video and see you there.